Well, hello, my fellow horrid, wrecking clever pants. I hope you are doing well because today is the end of the world. Nah, I'm joking, obviously. Today is only the end of the year, but today is the end of the world is the name of the game we are going to play today. That's too many today in one sentence. Anyway, this time I know a little bit about the game. I know that it is a weirdcore, dreamcore aesthetic. The story, from what I understood, is that we're gonna relive the end of the world day after day. I also know that it has multiple endings, 4 to be exact. Obviously, I don't know yet if I'm gonna play all of them or just one. Hopefully I can get at least 2. I love to experience multiple endings. And I also know that it is a free game available on 𝕲𝖆𝖐.io, and you will find the link, if you want to play it yourself, on the description below. I guess it's time to see the end of the world. Today is the end of the world as we know it.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
No, just the end of the world, but apparently it's gonna be today and also tomorrow and also after tomorrow and so on and so on. By the way, I have a delicious, absolutely delicious winter pear flavored Red Bull, and I would 100% recommend it because it tastes so good. Anyway, let's start the game. What's your name? Oh, I can put space. Oh, man. Well, thank you, 𝖚𝖎𝖊𝖕. Wake up, sunshine. Good morning. Oh, come on, 𝖚𝖎𝖊𝖕. Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Slowly open your eyes. Your mom is leaning over you, smiling. Why is she giving me 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖎𝖙𝖎 vibes? Mom, there you are, sunshine. Did you forget what day it is? You shook your head furiously. There's no way you could forget about today. No, I did not, Mom. Today is the end of the world, and everyone is coming to your house to watch it happen. There'll be a bonfire, s'mores, and maybe even fireworks. I expect you to be helpful, alright? Some of our neighbors could use your help today getting ready. Okay, you don't enjoy doing chores around the house, but helping your neighbors, especially for today, is much more exciting. It's the end of the world, the last day on Earth, the last day I'm going to be alive, and I have to do chores. Are you serious? Oh, there's one more thing. Your best friend Echo is missing. Her parents went to take her up this morning and found her bed empty and the window open. No one knows where she went, but if you don't find her before the party tonight, she'll miss it. You nod. Echo has always been afraid of crowds, especially when they're adults. So I'm guessing we're not adults. I mean, we live with our mom, and looking at our bedroom, yeah, we are probably a twin, maybe. Don't worry, Mom, I'll look for her while I'm out. Good. Miss Lucy mentioned to me yesterday that she's going to cut some flowers from her garden to give as bouquets to everyone. That's nice. I bet she could use your help. Okay. After eating breakfast with your family, you walked to Miss Lucy's house. Happy flowers. I'm just realizing that you can't see the happy flower thing. Let me just... Happy flowers. You see her in the front garden, kneeling on a foam pad and cutting a white 𝕮𝖎𝖎𝖙𝖓. I have no idea how to spell this thing. Oh, I just noticed the eyes. You always loved Miss Lucy's garden. It's filled with flowers of every kind. Roses, lilac, sunflowers and petunias. And also some iris. The scent of blooming flowers and freshly cut stalks perfumes the air. Okay, good morning, Miss Lucy. Do you need any help? Good morning, 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖎. Why, as a matter of fact, I could use your young niece. You could cut the cornflowers for me, please? I have another pair of garden gloves and shears inside. Sure. You retrieve the gloves and shears and kneel beside the cornflowers patch. Your gloves are too big for your hands. Be careful with the shears, sweetheart. Only cut the stalks, not your hands. I know. Of course you know. Adults always remind you not to do things that you already know not to do. It's like they think kids are stupid. So yes, we are definitely a kid. You know, I never thought that the end of the world would come in time. When I was your age, we thought that the end was far away and that it wouldn't come until centuries or even millennia later. You are listening, of course. Miss Lucy always tells fascinating stories about her childhood. She just learned that sometimes it's better to let her talk and only interject occasionally. Some people even thought that the world would never end. I can't tell you how lucky I feel that I lived to see it. Of course, I never thought I'd lived to be old either. That's sad. I used to have dreams about dying in a field of wildflower. And I think you would love that. Hopefully. I would be walking up a hill at midnight, barefoot, yet the stars and moonlight lit the whole world as if it were daytime. A cold winter would blow and freeze me to my bones, but I kept walking. And once I came to the top, I saw a wide field, stretching as far as my eyes could see to great distance, filled with flowers of every kind. Dark irises and vibrant forget-me-nots, shy snowbells and morning glories filled with sunlight. And every time I would find an empty patch surrounded by lavender where I would lie down and fall asleep, surrounded by the spicy scent of lavender and the sky filled with sparkling diamonds. Sometimes I wonder if that's why I love gardening so much. You wait a moment to make sure that she's done with her story, then you ask her, do you think the end will really be like that? No one really knows. But maybe it will be. Personally, I hope it's even better. Time passes peacefully for a while. Miss Lucy tells you more stories while you help her cut all the flowers in her garden. She also explains some of the folk tales and symbolism behind the flowers. I don't care. Daffodils for new beginning. Cornflowers for healing. White not this word again. Hydrangeas for grace and abundance. Blue for forgiveness. Eventually, all the flowers are harvested. You go inside and help Miss Lucy arrange them into buckets for each of the neighbors. The two of you are soon finished. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I'll see you tonight. You too. You wave goodnight as Miss Lucy closes her front door. You take a moment to take in the world around you. The garden is stripped bare of all the vibrant colors that populated it this morning. The afternoon light casts long shadows along the sidewalk. As you leave, however, you notice something strange. You see a door that wasn't there before, tucked away in a corner of Miss Lucy's house. You visited Miss Lucy's house many times before, and that door was never there before. Where did that come from? You walk over to see it more closely. It's just a plain white door. There's nothing special about it, except its mysterious origins. Curiosity overcomes you, and you open it. Okay, where am I? Many times. Inside, you find a strange but dazzling room. You squint and cover your eyes with your arm against how bright the room is. As your eyes adjust, you notice a couch facing a small TV. Hello? Also, I told you it was weirdcore, dreamcore aesthetic. You drop your arm and see. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. So, error file not found. Hey, Echo. You smile at her. Your mind floods with the wonderful memories of your days spent playing together. You could almost be sad that those days are gone now, but the end of the world isn't something to be sad about. There you are. I've been looking for you. Today is the end of the world, and you need to come celebrate with everyone. The party is gonna be at my house. We'll have a bonfire and s'mores and fireworks if we're lucky. That's odd. Why won't she say anything? Echo, are you coming? Oh, she's sad. She sighs. Every day is the end of the world. It's happened yesterday and the day before, and it will happen tomorrow. Huh? What is she talking about? You laugh. What a silly thing to say. Come on, Echo. If you stay in there, you'll miss out on all the fun. She sighs again. Then she turns away from you. Just go. I don't feel well. I don't want to ruin the party for everyone else. Oh. You get the feeling that she's lying, but if she doesn't want to go, then she doesn't have to. It isn't nice to drag someone to a party against their will, even if you know it's gonna be the best party in the world. I hope you feel better soon. What are you saying? Does it really matter if you feel better or not, when tomorrow will never come? If you do, just come by my house. The whole neighborhood will be in the backyard. I know. You turn to leave, but Echo stops you before you can. Wait, I want to ask you something. What's your name? I'm Queen of Rats. Okay, thank you. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah, you better hurry. You don't want to be late. Well, if you're sure. Bye, Echo. By the time you get back home, it is early evening, just in time for the party to start. Okay. I see nothing weird yet. You tell Echo's parents that you found her, but since she's sick, she won't be coming. They're disappointed, but there's nothing they can do if she's sick. Meanwhile, everyone's having a blast at the party of the end of the world. There's a large bonfire in the middle of the backyard where people are roasting hot dogs and marshmallows. Your dad handed out sparklers earlier, and now you and the other neighborhood kids are running through the lawn pretending to be fire mages. One of your neighbors brings out a guitar and starts a music circle. Miss Lucy passes out buckets of flowers to all the attendants. She gives you small buckets of zinnias for friendship. You can't help but notice the extra bucket left over in Miss Lucy's hands. You wish that Echo were here. The setting sun paints the sky in red, oranges, and purples. It must be so pretty. Despite that, no one realizes how time is passing. You feel as though these moments will last forever, even though you know how impossible that is. And then, the moment everyone has been waiting for finally arrives. There is no warning, no countdown. And yet, despite that, the end comes gently. A hush falls over the yard, the music cuts out, the fire slowly diminishes like a flower closing at night time. Just a moment before, you had been chasing your friends through the grass, and now you find yourself stopped short, mid-stride, turning your eyes to the sky. Pieces of the sky start to flicker in and out of existence, slowly at first, but then it starts to pick up speed, flashing faster and faster. Until at last the stars explode and light the sky in a million impossible colors. That must be so pretty. You've never seen anything as beautiful as this. I believe that. You shout for joy and jump up and down, reaching for the sky as if trying to capture all those beautiful colors in your small hands. All around you, you can hear cheering and clapping and so much laughter. And then, it's over. You don't even have time to be sad that it's over. There is only darkness and nothing more. It was beautiful. Okay, so as I said, apparently this is gonna happen like day after day after day, so we're not back to zero. Like, if the day were numbered, we just passed first day and now it's day 2. That's what I understood from the description on itch.io. Maybe I am completely wrong, that's a possibility. But I think we are the day after the first end of the world. So my name is still, believe it or not, Queen of Rats. Sorry, you've already chosen that name. You can't go back to that life anymore. But why would you want you? Why would you want you? You don't remember how beautiful the end of the world was? All the stars exploding into a million radiant colors. The cheering, the laughter. It was beautiful. And now it's over. I told you we're not back to zero. You must let go. What's your name? What's my name? Let me check if I can. Okay, so Queen of Rats like this. Awesome. Thank you, Queen of Rats. Wake up, sunshine. Come on, Queen of Rats. Today's the day.
Today's the day.
You slowly open your eyes. Your mom is leaning over you, smiling. Okay, I'm not gonna read again what I already read because I want to not waste time. Okay, this is new, so this time it's not Miss Lucy that needs our help, it's Arthur is planning to bake some cupcakes for tonight's party. I'm sure he would appreciate your help, as long as you don't stick your fingers in the icing. Okay, Mr. Arthur is a scary man, but your parents are friends with him for some reason. After eating breakfast with your family, you walk to Mr. Arthur's house. I love it! I love it! It's a mushroom with eyes. I love that. Okay, I love sugar. Me too. You find him in the kitchen, cracking eggs into a bowl. Hello. Hello. Your parents always told you not to judge a book by its cover, but it's really hard to do with Mr. Arthur. He's always looked mean. No, he doesn't! Look at him! And he doesn't like to talk. Which means that it always falls to you to lead the conversation with him. My mom said that you'd like my help this morning. I promise I won't lick the spoon. No, I'm not worried about that. Wash your hands. For the next while, you help Mr. Arthur by gathering ingredients, preparing the cupcake tins, and washing the dirty dishes. He doesn't say a word to you, except to give you instructions. You don't say anything either, except to acknowledge his instructions. He makes the vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry batters first. Then he starts making more unusual flavors. Lemon, raspberry, coffee, and even pumpkin. Once they are all ready, he puts each tin in the oven at the same time and sets the timer. I made the icing yesterday, so now we just have to wait for the cupcakes to finish baking. The two of you stand in the kitchen in awkward silence for a few moments. Can I watch the TV? I don't have a TV. Great. Now what? Why would you want to watch TV on today of all days? To keep me busy, since you're not talking to me. Today is the end of the world, I know. There will never be a tomorrow. I doubt that. I doubt that. I doubt that the TV stations are even running today. Oh, they will. Trust me, they are running. I'm sorry, Mr. Arthur. Just call me Arthur. I never liked being called Mr. Your parents asked you to help me, right? Yes, Arthur. It feels strange to say just his first name. Then, my final task for you is to go to the store and buy as much candy and sprinkles as you can to put on the cupcakes. He puts out his wallet and hands you $100 bills. Wait, $100? You've never seen so much money before. Spend it all. Buy some candy for yourself too. Anything that catches your eye. Thank you! Not the weird man giving me money to give me candies. And if your parents ask you why you're buying candy, tell them it's for me. Wow, thank you! You rush out Arthur's house and run to the store. Okay. Hello? At the store? Again, I realize you didn't see the I love sugar thing. Let me just... Here it says I love sugar. And now, hello. I should maybe stay here. Let's stay here for now. At the store, you pile your shopping cart full of sprinkles and candies of all sorts. Every kind of candy that your parents would never let you have get thrown in the cart as well. Chocolate bars, sour gum balls, caramel chews, saltwater taffy, gummy fish, and lollipops of every colors. Admittedly, most of these things do not belong on cupcakes, but that doesn't stop you from buying them anyway. Your journey back to Arthur's house is much slower as you take the time to sample each candy, as well as some of the sprinkles. You also stuff a handful of the hard candies into your pockets to eat later. Maybe when you find Echo, you can share some with her. By the time you return to Arthur's house, all of the cupcakes are already out of the oven and he is piping the icing on them. He puts down the piping bag and rifles through the candy you bought. Good job, Queen of Rats! You and Arthur spend the rest of your time decorating cupcakes with every candy and sprinkle that you bought. You hold nothing back. Not even a single sprinkle is left behind. Yes! Soon, all the work is done and it's time for you to leave. Thank you for helping me today. No problem. You think it's silly now how much you used to dislike him. Your parents were right. You shouldn't have judged him for his scary appearance. I enjoyed helping you. I'm glad. See you tonight. You too. You wave goodbye as you leave the kitchen. You're about to walk out the front door when you notice something strange. Another door? Another door! You see a door that wasn't there before. Where did that come from? You turn to leave, but 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕 stops you before you can. Queen of Rats, don't you oh my god! Okay, so first there's the eggs here. That's my first name, like for the first day. Ah, Queen of Rats, don't you remember? You freeze in your tracks. What? You feel like you are on the edge of remembering something important. But the more you try to find it, the more it slips away from you. Queen of Rats, you laugh, silly 𝖚𝖘𝖊. How could you forget your name? You're her best friend. No, I'm Queen of Rats. Oh, right. Sorry, Queen of Rats. Hey, can I ask you something? Sure. What's one memory you have of us being friends? Tell her about your first day of kindergarten. Tell her about her 10th birthday party. The first day of kindergarten. I remember when I met you the first day of kindergarten. I was kind of nervous because I'd never been anywhere without my mom before. Then I saw you sitting in the corner. You were crying. One of the teachers was with you, trying to make you feel better. So I came over and told you that I was scared too. The teacher suggested that we sit together, so we did. And by the time our parents came, we were best friends. I see. Oh, I made her smile. I think I hold on to that one. I do hope you feel better soon. What are you saying? Does it really matter? Okay, we got that. You turn to leave, but 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕 stops you before you can. Wait, stay here. You can watch the end of the world here on the TV. It always plays on this TV. And I want you to see it with me. Wow, really? You can watch it here? Yeah. Why does she look so anxious? Oh, she was probably just worried because she didn't want to be alone at the end of the world. Well, as much as you were looking forward to the party in your backyard, you would rather make 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕 happy. Sure, I'll stay with you. You sit beside her on the couch. You spend the next few hours talking about other memories you have with her, going to school, playing at the park, getting in trouble. She doesn't respond much, but she's listening. Sometimes she laughs at your silly stories, but you can't help but notice how anxious she seems. You remember the hard candies you have your pockets? There's an in missing. And offer some to her. She takes one of the strawberry ones. Her face lights up in delight at the flavor. It's as bright as daylight here, but you know it must be evening by now. You have no way of knowing how much time is passing in this strange room. And then, the moment we've been waiting for finally arrives. A sudden silence falls over your conversation, and you both turn your eyes to the TV screen. The TV starts to glitch. It starts out slowly, then it flashes faster and faster, until at last the screen clears and reveals the end of the world. Oh, fire! Oh! Fire! What? Fire! Fire, fire, fire! Fire fills the sky and plummets to the earth in explosions of rock and black smoke. It consumes everything it touches. You hear screaming. It's horrible. You've never heard screaming like that before. 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕 grabs your hand. Your eyes stay transfixed on the screen. Now fire is falling in your backyard. You recognize the voices of the people screaming. You watch your dad grab your mom's hand as they flee, knocking over the lawn chairs. You hear yourself crying before you even realize that you're doing it. You've never heard yourself sound like this before. Under the sound of your cries, you hear your best friend whispering to you over and over again as she grips your hand tighter. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. You don't say anything. You can't catch your breath fast enough to respond. But even if you could have, you have no idea what you would say. And then, it's over. At last, it's over. What's your name? Since it's the third day, I'm gonna write Queen of Rats, and obviously I can't put numbers, but it's 3 so I can see what's going on. Not get lost. Okay, Queen of Rats still. Thank you, Queen of Rats. You're awake with a grasp, heart pounding, eyes wide, covered in sweat. So that's new. Queen of Rats. Queen of Rats, what's wrong? That's new. You look over and see your mom leaning over your bed. She looks really worried. I'm fine, Mom. I just had a bad dream. Right. The memory of your nightmare is fading fast. In a moment, you can't even recall what it was about. Listen, 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕 is missing. No one knows where she is. We think she's hiding somewhere in the neighborhood. Do you have any idea where she could be? You think for a moment. She has a lot of hiding spots. I'll have to search in each of them. Okay, thank you, Sunshine. I know it would mean a lot to her parents. After eating breakfast with your family, you set out to explore the neighborhood. What a lovely day! It's a beautiful day. The sky is partly cloudy. It doesn't look like it is. And there's a cool breeze. Despite the pleasant weather, you can't help but feel uneasy. You wave hello at Miss Lucy, who is packing some begonias in her garden. You ask her if she's seen 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕, but she hasn't. Of course not. You know 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕, she's excellent at hiding. If she does not want to be found by anyone, then she will not be found. Except by you. You walk through the whole neighborhood, looking everywhere, but she's nowhere to be found. You look in the mailboxes, the drainage ditches, under cars and through house windows. You dive into swimming pools, climb trees, and creep your way through the graveyard. But you can't find her anywhere. The hours blur together. What's the point in trying to find 𝖚𝖘𝖊𝖕 anyways? Everyone's gonna die tonight, so who cares? In fact, why are you wasting your time looking for her? This is your last day on Earth, and you've spent half of it searching for a girl who doesn't want to be found. What a selfish girl. She must have known that you would have to be the one to find her, while everyone else got to do whatever they wanted. As you walk, you look up to see Mr. Arthur walking down the sidewalk, his arms full of shopping bags. You duck behind a tree, even though you know he saw you. He's such a scary man. For some reason, though, you feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to say hello to him, but it's gone before you figure out why. After a few moments, you walk out from behind the tree. Ah! Arthur. Sorry. He's about to say something else, but you've already run off. Oh, wow, oh, that's rude. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, there's a sad face. Eventually, you find a secluded place a few streets over and rest there to catch your breath. Why would he do that to you? It's your last day on Earth, and he decides to scare you? He just wanted to say hi, come on. You are right about him. He's bad, man. You slumped down on the ground. Tears of frustration well up in your eyes. What an awful day. This isn't how you thought today would go. Today was supposed to be wonderful. The afternoon light casts long shadows along the ground. Soon it will be time to return home for the party. You sigh and get up, but before you can leave, you notice something strange. The door? Hey Echo. What's wrong? You seem upset. I just had a bad day. I've been trying to find you all day. I'm sorry. Today is the end of the world and everyone is coming to my house to watch it happen. She cocks her head at you. That's not what you said last time, Queen of Rats. Oh, so she is calling me the name of day 2. I'm gonna say it like that. The name of day 2 this time. We're on day 3. She calls me by day 2. Flashes of the fire cross your mind. But you've never seen fire like that before. Right? It'll be fun. There's gonna be music and sparklers. Yeah, sure, I bet. It's clear that she doesn't believe you. Tell me again, Queen of Rats, what's one memory you have of us being friends? Tell her about the time you got lost at the mall. Tell her about the blue butterfly. I'm gonna tell her about the mall. I remember when we got lost in the mall. Your mom dropped us off at the toy store and told us to meet her at the food court at noon. We knew where the food court was, of course, but after we finished spending our allowance, we thought it'd be fun to check out the perfume boutique. We were planning to pretend to be rich people who do nothing but spray themselves with perfume all day. But the security guard wouldn't even let us inside the store. We were so mad, but it wasn't until we turned down a few hallways that we realized we didn't remember the way back. Your mom was so upset when we showed up 20 minutes late. Echo giggles. Poor mom. Did we get in trouble? I don't remember that part. Well, if you don't want to come to the party, I won't make you. But it would be really nice to spend this last day with you. You turn to leave, but she grabs your arm. Wait, stay with me. You can watch the end of the world here on the TV. It always plays on TV, please. Okay. We can stay or we can leave, and since we have already stayed once, I'm gonna leave. Sorry. You considered staying with her, but no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't shake the feeling that you should leave. Sorry, but I should really get back. My parents will worry. Her expression drops. I wonder if I stay with her, we'll have the same end of the world as day 2. I understand. Have fun. You turn to leave again, but before you can, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why is she apologizing? You leave without saying a word. Maybe you should have said something. But what? Oh well, if she wants to come to the party, she will. By the time you get back home, it is early evening, just in time for the party to start. Tell Echo's parents that you found her, but you lie and say that she's sick. They're disappointed that she won't be coming, but they are relieved that she's otherwise fine. Meanwhile, everyone's having a blast at the party at the end of the world. There's a large bonfire in the middle of the backyard where people are roasting hot dogs and marshmallows. Miss Lucy passes out buckets of flowers to all the attendants. She gives you a small bucket of rue and yellow roses. Remember last time? It was something else. I think begonia? Not sure. But it was something else for friendship. Arthur has his cupcakes displayed on a large fold-out table. You eat one of each flavor. Despite the festivities, you can't help but feel a bit of worry growing in your stomach. You could almost explain why, but every time you get close to remembering, it slips away from you again. Black clouds, red light, screaming. You recognize these images from your nightmare, but why are they growing stronger? But by the time you remember what happened last time, the end has come. There is no warning, no countdown. You've never seen anything as beautiful as this. You shout for joy. All of your worries, all of your troubles and fears melt away. It's beautiful, it's gentle, it's everything you had hoped it would be. Except you can't help but wish that Echo were here with you. She would have loved this. All around you, you can hear cheering and clapping and so much laughter. And then it's over. Okay, what's your name? Part 4. Queen of France, number 4. Thank you, Queen of France. You wake up weeping. Oh, but why are you crying? Queen of France? Queen of France, what's wrong? Huh? That's not my name.
That's not my name!
Right? Oh, Queen of France, you've had a bad dream. My sweet sunshine, it's okay, you're safe. Yeah, it's okay now. Do you want to talk about it? Actually, the more I think about it, the more I can't seem to remember it. Oh, isn't it funny how dreams do that sometimes? Do you feel better now? I think so. In truth, even though you can't remember what happened in your dream, you can shake the fear in your heart. I'm glad. Remember, everyone is getting ready for the party tonight, so I expect you to be helpful today, alright? Of course. Oh, and there's one more thing. Echo is missing, right? Yes, she is. How do you know? I think I remember her saying that she didn't want to come to the party tonight. It makes sense why she'd want to hide today. Oh, great. Now she thinks you're in on it. Well, while you're helping the neighbors out, make sure you get Echo before the party tonight. I know she doesn't like crowds, especially when they're mostly adults, but I think she'll be very disappointed if she misses the party. She'll be disappointed. It's supposed to be the end of the world. She misses the party and she's dead. There is no disappointment. She's gonna be dead. I'll try. Alright. Okay, after the breakfast, you set out to find someone to help. Wow, lovely day. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining and there is a cool breeze. This time it says the sun is shining. Last time I remember it said the sky was a little cloudy. Despite the peacefulness of the day, your anxiety from earlier gnaws away at your gut. Miss Lucy, hello, Queen of Rats. Oh, hello, Miss Lucy. Do you need my help with something? Actually, no. I picked all my flowers and arranged them yesterday. I've been keeping them fresh in the refrigerator. Okay. This way, I'll have more time to spend with my friends. We're going to the park today. I see. Where's your friend, Echo? You should be playing with her today, not walking the streets with your by your lonesome. Okay? I think it means by yourself. My parents want me to help people today. Of course. Well, it's sweet of you to think of me. And Echo is missing. She's hiding. Oh no! You should be looking for her, not helping me. Actually, could I ask you a question? Sure, sweetheart. So, today is the end of the world. If today is our last day on Earth, what's the point? You probably should have finished that sentence. What's the point of this party? What's the point of finding 𝖾𝖏 if we're all gonna die anyways? The point of finding 𝖾𝖏 is to spend your last time with your best friend, someone you love, and the point of the party is to find your last day having fun with people you like and doing something you like. When I was little, someone told me that I should live every day as if it were my last. But I quickly realized that no one could do that. After all, if I did live as if every day were my last, I would never have done my homework, or maintained my garden, or written a book. Because such things would be meaningless by the next day. But I did do all those things, because I must believe that life itself is good. Or that life should be good. And if life is good, then I must live it, even if it will end. And because it will end, it becomes even more important to live and to be kind. It is so important to treat others well. I don't know if I answered your question. Hey, I'm not even sure if my answer is right. It's choice. So today, little queen of rats, like every other day, you must live. You must act. You must be kind. I'm glad I got to talk to you today. Now, go on, find the 𝖾𝖏. She probably misses you. You leave Miss Lucy's yard and continue your search through the neighborhood. The day passes. As you walk, you look up and notice Mr. Arthur walking on the other side. You freeze in your tracks and stare at him. You feel like running away and hiding, but for some reason you don't. Mr. Arthur sees you staring and comes over to you. Hello. Hello, Mr. Arthur. It's just Arthur. I told you that last time. Sorry? Did you need something? So that means that Arthur also remember. I think it was the second day of the end of the world. But he has some memories, isn't he? Did you need something? What's the point? The point? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you. You're about to walk away when Arthur abruptly starts speaking. When I was little, my 5th grade teacher asked us to imagine that today was our last day on Earth and to write a short personal essay about it. I wrote that I would spend the whole day at the amusement park with my parents. I couldn't imagine anything better. But as I grew older, my answer changed. I realized that if I were truly to live a day as if it were my last, then I would be struck by how worthless so many things were. Money, power, happiness, things that I had planned to spend my whole life pursuing. So many people spend their life pursuing abundance only to hoard it all for themselves. Looking at you, the 1% of people with the majority of the wealth of the world. What's the point of such things when they will no longer exist? Those were dark times for me, until I realized that the cure for my greed was generosity, making other people's life better. With my time, my money, and my skills. I wanted other people to be happy. I don't know if I answered your question, but that's how I answer it for myself. Have a good day. He walks away. The door. You're back. I've never seen this place before, or this isn't healthy. This one. I've never seen this place before. I'm back. I've never seen this place before. What is this, 𝖾𝖏? It doesn't matter. Today is the end of the world and your parents are looking for you. I don't have parents, Queen of Rats. Oh, this time she called me by the correct name. Every morning, I wake up on this couch, and every evening, I watch the end of the world. Tell me again, tell me a memory that you treasure of us together. The last day of kindergarten, or the time you two drew a comic together. The last day of kindergarten. I still remember our last day of kindergarten. Our teachers threw us a big party. They played music for us to dance to. And they gave us cookies, the flower-shaped kind with the really big red sugar crystals. And then, when our parents picked us up, they took us to the park where we played together for the rest of the day. We thought that day would last forever. Wow, I really wish that had happened. Stay with me. We can watch the end of the world together, in here. Please. Let's stay with her. You think back to the stories that Mrs. Lucy and Arthur told you today, and you decide that the best way to live today is to stay with your best friend. I'll stay. Thank you. Thank you so much. You sit beside her on the couch. You spend the next few hours talking about other memories you have with her, okay? You have no way of knowing how much time is passing in this strange room, yet no matter how much you talk and laugh with Echo, you can't help but feel that you've done this all before. And as you pursue these flashes of memory, you feel them grow stronger until you remember everything. A sudden silence falls over your conversation. Okay. Blood this time. Ooh. Blood covers the streets, and you watch as your neighborhood kill each other. Friend against friend as madness overtakes them. You can't watch anymore. You have to turn away. You squeeze your eyes shut and cover your ears. But even still, you can hear shouting, striking, breaking. Echo puts her arm around your shoulders. It's okay. It's okay. It will all be over soon. And sure enough, just a few moments later, the TV cuts out. And it's over. What's my name? Part 5. Thank you, Queen of Rats. Okay, oh, when you wake up, your mom isn't there. Where is she? Mom? Mom? No one responds. And that's when you notice it. The door already! The white door is in my room. You smile to yourself. Then you get up and open the door. Hey there. Who are you this time? I'm Queen of Rats, number 5. But no matter what my name is, or what life this is, I am your best friend. She smiles ruefully at you. I know what you're here to do. It won't work, but I am glad you're here. Every morning when I wake up, I look forward to seeing you again. Today is the end of the world, and I wish that you would come with me. Tears well in her eyes. You know I can't do that. I don't want to die. I don't want you to die. Please just stay here. I know it's terrifying, but at least here you're safe. I don't want to be alone anymore. Oh, that's a lot of possibilities. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna choose the first one. Convince her to come with you. No, Echo, you don't understand. The end of the world. It really is beautiful. No, I know what happens. I see it every day. A hush falls over the party, and when you look up, you see the stars explode into the most amazing colors. Everyone cheers and laughs. It's peaceful and gentle, and everything you could ever hope for. Please, trust me. I've been there. I've seen it. Please. She takes a long time to think about it. And then... Okay, I'll trust you. That night, you take her hand and lead her outside. It is early evening, the sky is ablaze with the colors of the sunset. A large bonfire is already roaring in the middle of the backyard. Some of your neighbors are sitting in a circle, singing songs and playing the guitar. Miss Lucy comes over and hands you a bucket of bright sweet pea flowers. She gives Echo a bouquet of white daisies. Echo gazes at her bucket in astonishment, as if she can't believe that they are really in her hands. Arthur arrives, bearing cupcakes of every flavor. Echo hesitates a moment before choosing a strawberry cupcake, with a whole strawberry plunked on top. I think she likes strawberries. She takes a bite and her face lights up with wonder. Whoa, okay, whoa, just whoa. And then, Queen of Rats! What is it? What's wrong? She points across the yard. Are those my parents? You follow the direction of her gaze. On the other side of the yard, you see that Echo's parents have just arrived. You smile. Yes, that's them! She turns to you as if asking for permission. Go, Echo! They're your parents! They've been missing you. She takes a deep breath, stilling herself. Then she sets out bravely to meet them. Her steps are shaky, but she does not turn back. She faces forwards, but you turn away. After all, this isn't your reunion. The party goes on for a long, long time. And then, the end comes. Echo rushes to you. It's... But she doesn't have time to finish her sentence. Silence washes over the yard. Everyone lifts their eyes as pieces of the sky start to flicker in and out of existence. Echo grabs your hand until at last the stars explode and light the sky in a million impossible colors. You've seen this all before, and yet, rather than diminish your happiness, your joy only rises. You cheer. You shout, you laugh at the sky. All around you, you can hear your neighbors do the same. But Echo, she's silent. She simply watches. Until it's over. That was beautiful. I feel so foolish. What? No, Echo, it's okay. Everything's alright. I just wish I could see it again. But you will. Every morning, we will wake up at home. And every evening we will watch the sky explode. This joy is ours. Forever. Every day is beautiful. Thank you. Ending 1 out of 5. Every day is beautiful. I'm pretty sure that the first 4 days, the choices we have on the 4 first days don't really change anything, only a few lines of dialogue. And I think the ends change based on the last choices we have to make when we have more than 2 options. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna do them in order. See, there are 4 endings, and here we have 4 choices. I chose the first choice, and I got ending 1 out of 4, so, you know, I think that is all the choice that matters. It's this choice, so. The question was, I don't want to be alone anymore, and we are gonna leave her again. I'm just doing this in order. No, Echo, not this time. This time? It's like you said, every day is the end of the world, and I would rather see the beauty of it than end my day in terror in this room. I love you dearly, Echo. But this place, it's wrong. It's wrong for you and it's wrong for me. I wish you would come with me, but if you don't come this time, then maybe you will the next. But I'm telling you, Echo, the end of the world is a wonderful thing. I hope you come. You leave Echo in the room and go to the celebration by yourself. Tomorrow the cycle will begin again. Who knows who we will be by then? A Queen of Hearts number 6, I guess. Echo is disappointed, but eternity is a long time. You and she both will always have tomorrow to change your minds. Ah. So I did not have ending 2 out of 4 like I expected, but that's fine. Ending 4 out of 4, we are always free to choose. Okay. Time to stay with her this time and this time only. Okay, I'll stay with you this time. This time? Yeah. I know how hard it can be to try something new. I wish I could have convinced you to come with me, but it's no big deal. After all, every day is the end of the world. What's the harm in watching it from here one more time? You stay with Echo in the room. Tomorrow the cycle will begin again. Who knows who will be by then? Echo is relieved for now, but she knows that the cycle will continue again tomorrow. Oh well. Perhaps tomorrow she can convince you to stay. There will always be tomorrow. Ending 3 out of 4 one more time. Okay. So, as I predicted, these are the only choices that matter in the end. And it's time to see the last ending possible. Stay with her forever. Then you will never be alone again. Huh? I will stay here with you forever. Really? You would really stay here with me? Of course I would. You are my best friend. There is nothing better for me than to spend my life with you. You sit beside her on the couch. Together, you talk about anything and everything. About false memories and strange dreams, half-remembered stories and songs. And you watch the end of the world. Again and again. Every morning you wake up in the dazzling room with Echo. And every evening the world ends. Today it's a new disaster. No repeats. But you still get used to it. Over time you forget your parents' faces. You forget the sound of the wind. The touch of flower petals, the sight of the color green. But the one thing that doesn't change is the smile on Echo's face. Ending 2 out of 4, you will never be alone again. That was so wholesome! Oh my god! Okay, first, it's not a horror game. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I honestly expected something more creepy. I think the only creepy parts are maybe the mushroom guy, Arthur, with the realistic eyes. That could be considered as creepy, and also the mom, a dark silhouette. That's creepy. But the whole game overall, I would not say it's a horror game, but I still had such a great time. It was so fun. Okay, well, I'm gonna say 3 things I liked and 3 things I disliked. First, I liked the aesthetic. I don't know what to think of the weirdcore, dreamcore aesthetic. I don't want to say not a fan, but I'm usually not that into it. But I think it works very well in this game, and I really loved the aesthetic of this game. that was fun, that was crazy, that was original. I liked it. I like also that there are multiple endings. It's a little bit cheating because I will always love multiple endings, but I like multiple endings. What can I say? What did I like also? I like the type of games that make us think that we are back to zero. Well, in fact, we are not. And when we think we are replaying the game from the start, we can see some changes. A good example of that is 𝕬𝖆𝖕, and I love that. As I said while playing, I knew that I would be playing day after day after day, so I knew that the first time the game asked for my name the second time, I knew that I wasn't back to zero. But if I didn't know that, it would have blown me away. That's cool. I love this idea. It's not original. Again, I saw it with 𝕬𝖆𝖕, and it's definitely not the first games to implement this idea, but I think it's an amazing idea nonetheless. Now, what did I not like? I did not like that the different endings are only reliant on one single choice and the very final choice we can make. I think that sucks a little bit. I really wish that the choices we can make on the first 4 days would be relevant to the endings, and they are not. So all the choices we make on the first 4 days, but also all the choices we make except the very last one, it's useless. And I think it's a shame. I really wish the other choices would be relevant to the different endings, and they are not. One other thing I didn't like is some parts of the story that I don't understand. I think it lacks a little bit of context. At least I have some questions, like why Echo remembers the previous end of the world. Why do we at first don't remember, and why do we remember it after? Why does Arthur remember, but Miss Lucy doesn't remember? I have unanswered questions, and I don't like that. I like to have answered questions. I like to understand all parts of the story, and this one left me with a lot of questions. And I'm trying to find, but I cannot find a third thing I did not like. So besides the questions I have about the story and the ending choice flow, I would think, to me, it's a flow. Besides these 2 points, I think the game is good. I still liked the story, I liked the design, I loved the concept. It's a great game overall. Again, I had a very good time. That was fun to play. I don't think I'm gonna play it again, even with the other choices. But I'm happy to have played this game, and I'm happy that it's the last game I will play this year. Well, my fellow horrid reeking clever pants, I guess it's time for you to leave me and go celebrate New Year's Eve. Please do not forget to not leave a like, not leave a comment, not subscribe to me, not share this video, and bye!